Okay, when we're looking at property, the first thing I'm doing is finding the hatch and looking underneath the house. This tells us a lot of things about the home system. Right away, we see the electrical panel. This tells us the amperage capacity of the home, 25 amps, 100 amps, 200 amps. 25 is very little. 100 amps is probably sufficient for a smaller house. 200 amps is modern. This is gonna need to be moved when you replace this because it needs to be moved away from a gas meter. That's modern code, and it has to be out of the closet. Then I look underneath the house. Now, when I'm looking underneath, I'm looking for a couple things. The type of wiring, we're gonna see knob and tube, we're gonna see rag wrap or Romex. That's 3 different generations of wiring, all from different eras. And then I'm looking for the type of plumbing, galvanized steel, which would be original, or modern copper, or PEX tubing. That's new replaced plumbing. That's a good thing if we can see copper under there. And then we're looking for evidence of moisture. Now, if it's damp underneath the house, or if we see efflorescence, powdery mineral deposit on the surface, that tells us that water is getting underneath the house. Probably we need some drainage. And then we're looking at the quality of the concrete. And here you can look underneath and kind of see what we're looking at right here. The shape of the foundation tells me the era. If it's angled at the interior, trapezoidal like that, that tells me that it's original pre-World War II. And then I'm looking for evidence of seismic reinforcement, plywood, bolting, and bracing. So those are some primary things that we can immediately see when we look underneath the house. We can also probably see the furnace and then tell the state of the ductwork, and we can see if there is rodent infestation, and we can see if there's dry rot on the framing in the subspace underneath, which is really critical because it tells us if water has traveled and damaged the framing down all the way to the subspace. So right off the bat, look for the hatch, look underneath, and you can answer like 90% of your questions about the home.